Hmm. Good evening. I hope you have a wonderful day today and be ready for the weekend. Today is Friday. Tomorrow is the weekend, Saturday. And I told my husband I never looking forward to the week. Actually, I'm not never. I haven't been looking forward to the weekend because somehow our weekend is always hectic, so much to do, is that I don't have a break. It's just like someone, weekend is the relaxing day but for me, it's like more work, doing this more and more. So I like, because the only time that I have the whole day free time that to do anything that I want to do is that Saturday and Sunday. So it's it's busy. It's always busy on Saturday and Sunday, especially with the kids' schedule doing martial art and everything. But it's good, and it's also related to a topic that I want to talk about it today. That this morning my husband and I was talking about things that we always talking in the morning to catch up with what's going on and what he has been doing, what's going on, what how I've been doing, and it's like a kitchen conversation. That's what I said, the kitchen conversation. And we were talking about the mindset because what he has been doing is just amazing that, seeing him at where he is and he continue working on the mindset. And then we talking about his friend, his partner, that, you know, he is a one have wonderful, wonderful career. He's so successful with his career, and something that they do together is going to be something different and new. But you're always thinking, your mindset is there and be ready for it, but it's not. Something different. It's a next different level. It's an even higher level. It's just a different field or different career or different role in a company, and it just needs the right mindset for the right job, if that makes sense. And when we talk about it, and it just like clicks to me that it's the same thing that I have been thinking for past couple of days, because past couple of days I have been talking about, kid fighting and, sibling fighting all daily nonstop. It just never end. And like I want to change the way how I approach to this. And in order for me to do that, I have to change my mindset. And yesterday I was talking about the mindset. How do I do it? And especially one thing that I feel successful so far on the past couple of days for me was that I was able to calm myself down, and that's how, and I see things differently. And that is that because I changed my mindset. And I haven't changed my mindset. I just able to step back and do different approach, and I'm asking myself, why am I acting this way? And somehow my question is, like, am I really growing as a mom? Am I, as a mom, am I really truly growing as a mom, or I'm seeing myself still as a kid? And I'm just questioning it because every single time what they do, it doesn't like it related to whatever kid does. It's just the way they are. Why I have to, as a mom, why do I have to take it personally? And why do I have to feel this way? Why do I have to feel angry? Why do I have to feel like lecturing them? And like it's so many things going on. And I'm wondering, I'm asking myself, it's like, and I'm observing myself. It's like there is someone inside me. It's like a kid. Because if I really a mom, I know that if I'm consistent, I'm disciplined, I'm consistent, and I'm gonna do what I say, and I'm be the role model for them, and I'm just be confident as a role of a mom. But somehow all emotions, everything is mixing together. It's mixing together, and asking, like, why is that? And, conversation that I have with my husband this morning, it's really kind of answering, but it's not 100%, but it's like, and he's right. Sometimes, like, whatever you do, every single day, every single time, every single year, every single week, it's just like things keep growing. You growing as you go. It's not only because you're aging, it's because things requiring you in a different mindset, different perspective. And mindset up and perspective is not like you plant a tree and the tree gonna grow without care. No, what he uses is so right. It's like gardening. Like it's just like doing gardening. When you do the garden, you have to make sure give it the good soil. You have to take care of it every day. You cannot just stop watering it and then hopefully it's gonna grow. There's no way that at all. And stop weeding it and then and is stop weeding it for 4 days and see how weeds gonna grow. Oh my God, they grow like crazy. It's just last year I have a bad experience with weeding and wasn't able to keep up with it. My God, it is so bad. And the example that we talked today reminding me is so true. You have to guard your mind and gardening your mind just like do gardening, that you have to weed out all the bad one and you keep the good one, the good right plant. And then when you have the right one, you cannot just stop growing it. You just have to give it more care. You're continuing giving care to it. Give it water, make sure you have enough sun, make sure you have to take the bug away, make sure that there are no weeds surrounding it and weed is going to take over it. There's so much. And in parenting, it's the same way. You cannot just say, I am a parent today and suddenly you're single, you've been pregnant for 9 months, for 10 months, and then bam, you have a kid and you be ready for it. I hope there are a class or the school out there, they're repairing us this, that how can we shift from a single to a wife and then to a pregnant mom and be ready for mom. Our body is natural. We were born naturally to take care of the baby, the newborn, but the mindset is not there. We exhausted and we feel emotions and it just drain us down, lack of sleep. And then when they get older, you have to grow old with them. When they 1 years old, you take care of them differently. When they 3 and 5 and 7 years old, you take care of them differently. If you have the calm kids, it's a different story. If you have the ADHD, spiritual kids, it's going to be a different story. If you have a picky eater, what's going to happen? If you have a genius, what do you do? Like, it's like never be the same. Every single human that we bring on this earth never be the same. And there are nothing repairs moms or dad to be the right person to raise that kids unless you have to continue gardening your mind. You have to continue growing with them, growing with your day, growing with your family, with your kids. And how do you do that? How do we do it? How do we gardening our mind? How can we taking care of ourselves and keep growing, keep changing our mind to the level that we need to be? It's not that easy. And I'm not sure, I don't know, I don't figure this out 100%, but as we go, again, right, I learn as I go. I wish we can have this and be ready and then just open the book and know it and what to do. There's no way, not at all. Lucky you can find the right book. Maybe it's applicable to your child, and maybe some experience, some tool, some technique that you're able to carry on. But what But with our human being, we never be consistent. It's so hard to practice something that you're not passionate about, and then practicing it for months or two, and when it get better, and then you move on and you forgot about it, or you do it, but because the kid is so challenged, is the new tool, and you have to keep the new tool, the new technique all the time to keep involved with that person, with that little brain, that's his fast running brain that he's growing, and he has so much idea, and he has so much to do, and he's not willing to listen, and he just wants to get his way, and he feels stuck in this little body and depending on other people to do things for him. He frustrated. There's so much involved in raising one little kid, never be the same. And I hope there's one tool out there to work for one size fit all, but it never be that way. So how do we, how do we able to be calm and to able to be a good parent to our kids? The only thing is that the mindset, you have to keep changing your perspective, being flexible. I am a not a flexible person, but over time, I'm learning, especially for the past, couple years, I'm learning so much to be flexible, especially with kids. Um, I have to lower my expectations when I'm doing things. I have to change and look into different perspective, and I have to keep changing, keep mindset evolving all the time. And I have to guard my mind. I have to protect my mind from listening all what's going on for the past 2 years at like the whole world experience, and it's very very how do you say this? It's very, our brain is very fragile, and what we have been going through for past couple of years is very affect our emotions, and there's so many things going on, and it's very distracted, and I very distractive. And what I did is I just have to shut down what I can listen to, what I cannot listen to, what I let it, my brain observing, what I not allow it to get in. And so those kind of things is never stop. It's like you have to practice that every day, and sometimes it's just tiring. I have to be honest, like is tiring, and sometimes I get so comfortable of where I am and who I am. I'm stop growing, I stop changing myself, I'm stop focusing and protecting my mind, and things just head in the wrong directions, and you have to keep changing and got frustrated. When got frustrated, you have to go back to it, and I feel that like very exhausted. And what I learned over time with parenting is so far for the past couple of months, I find that being consistent is very important. It's a hard practice, but it's easy in the long term, because everything, when you be consistent day in and day out, everything is become a habit. When it's become a habit, it's easier to accept. For example, for the past couple of months, what I have been doing every day breakfast, I told my kids, say after breakfast, I put on the Alexa timer for 5 minutes upstairs after we're done with breakfast. Brush your teeth, change your clothes, make your bed, go upstairs, 5 minutes, come down, and be done. And it's become a habit. At first they complain, they don't want to do it, but eventually I repeat and be consistent over time. They start to get into the routine. And now this morning, actually this morning, my daughter waking up and she say, I'm done. I say 5 minutes, kids, go upstairs, brush your teeth. I haven't finished my sentence, and they say, we already done it. I've done it. I done it. Brush your teeth? Yes. Change your clothes? Yes. Make your bed? Yes. I'm like, oh wow. And even though tonight, what they did is they say tomorrow they're going to go to the martial art, but because they want to save time, what they do is they put the martial art clothes on so they can save time tomorrow. They have more time for playing. They start thinking. When they get into the habit, they start to be creative. And in order for them to be like that, I have to be consistent. And I have to have the mindset that I say, this is my expectation. And I have to keep changing and evolving, that I have to do this. I cannot get comfortable. I cannot lie back. I have to continue doing it. Even though tomorrow I'm still continue reminding them 5 minutes after breakfast, we do this and do this and do this. And, if they done it, that's awesome. If they don't, they're going to go do it. But I'm not going to stop doing that until they growing up and they're able to do it by themselves. Maybe one day they wake up, they get everything done. I don't have to remind them anymore. I don't know when that's gonna happen, but it's eventually will be happen if I be consistent enough, and I cannot get comfortable. I have to continue showing up and do the same thing over and over again, and that is need a mindset of changing. And there's so many examples I can give it to you. For the past couple of months, I was able to do that with the kids, and I find, like it's their thing all connect together. They are not only one thing. And be consistent is want to work. It's like when you be consistent, you have to have a goal. Why you be consistent? And when you're doing this, you need to practice. You need to practice. You need to have the right mindset for practice so you can be consistent every day. It's like it's the whole package together. It's never be one thing and then it's gonna work for it. I find it doesn't work that way. But you have to practice one at a time. And my husband and I, we totally agree that the mindset is the most important thing. No matter what you do, the skill is like 20%, but the mind, the psychology, the mindset is like 80%. When you have the right mindset for the right job, for the right expectations, things gonna get better. So no matter how much you do, it's just only 80 or 20%, 20% of it. The technical part is only 20% of it. The skill part, the practice is only 20% of it. But the psychology is the big, big concept there. So the same thing with parenting is like 20% of have to have new tool and using that tool repeat over and over again. But in order to do that, I have to have the right psychology. I have to have the right mindset to do certain job, to be consistent. For example, if I be consistent, I have to have the right mindset to keep me going and being consistent in order for me to able to create the habit, the new habit for my kids. That is, will stick them like brushing teeth every day. The same thing with this. You have to have the right mindset. You cannot just sit down and do it. You're going to give up soon. The only thing you do is you have to have the right mindset, the right expectations, and you be ready for the challenge, because every day never be the same. Past couple days ago, I already talked about this. Like last week we talked about this. The day it keeps changing, it's never be the same. So, we have to learn, and we have to have the right mindset so that we can be showing up and consistently doing this, instead of allow our mind and the mind that try to protect us of doing things that hurt or doing things that we don't like. Like why I'm sick a couple weeks, last week. What did I do? I lie down, and then I become a new habit. When I'm sad, I had the negative thought, negative talk, and I just didn't want to do it. So you have to have the right mindset to be strong enough to push that away and keep going at what you're doing. So I really like the conversation I had this morning with my husband about the mindset. It's really right on what I need to hear. It's not about confirmation. It just had to be repeating over and over again. I'm sure you know about this as well too. Like be consistent in parenting, and mindset and psychologies and other stuff, right? But it's kind of nice to listen to someone talk about it, and then showing experience, and I love to hear that from other parents as well too. But anyway, so now let's go practice for 15 minutes and then I cut back to you. 15 minutes is on. One, two, and three. One, two, and three. One, two, three. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. One, two, three. 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 One, two, one, two, three. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. G, 1G, 5 1G, 1D, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 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 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 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 1, 2, 3, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2, 1 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 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 and 1, 1, 2, 3, 1, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 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 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 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 1, 1, 2, 3, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 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 1 and 2. 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and All right, so done 15 minutes. Good practice today. We don't have a lot of song to practice this week. It's just because they are difficult. They are new technique that we haven't learned before. So we take our time and keep practicing what we need to practice. But anyway, this is good. I hope you have a wonderful practice, whatever you do tonight. And then tomorrow, have a wonderful day tomorrow. Have a wonderful weekend. And then I will see you again at night, maybe 8 p.m. Eastern time again. So have a wonderful night. I will see you tomorrow.